Hi, this is Kathy Ann from Evergreen Estates Realty, and today we're going to be talking about short sales and a little bit of background on how they work. You're used to I'm sure the news reports have told you why we're in this mess right now. A lot of people bought properties with 100% financing, and obviously you can't refinance because there's no equity left in your property. If you're in this situation, you know that the lenders are calling you all the time. You've probably borrowed every bit of money that you can, and your property value is not going up to create any more equity. So what happens now is that maybe at a point where you've decided to sell your home. Hopefully by this point, reading this, you are. So let's take a look at the short sale process. A short sale is basically you owe more than the property is worth. So all your total liens are going to be more than the value of the property. The process is similar to a regular sale in which the property is listed for sale. I would caution that you work with an agent that is familiar with short sales because there are a lot of requirements for short sale processing the banks are going to give them. Get a list of everything that's owed. Once you get an offer in that's accepted, it's still going to be subject to approval from your lien holders. And usually a title company is going to give an estimated closing statement to show exactly all the costs, and that way your banks can decide how much they will ask to close the escrow. They're also going to ask you for information, 2 to 3 months worth of bank statements, 2 months of pay stubs, your tax returns for the past 2 years, an income and expense report of what your monthly income and expenses are, and a hardship letter to explain what got you into the situation where you are now and any evidence to support that. So once the offer is received and you've signed it, it's going to be sent to the lender. And in that package is going to be all that financial information, the terms of the offer, and the property's current value. And what happens next is that there's a lot of negotiation, and the lender's going to find the value of the property, and eventually they'll issue a payoff demand, and they'll have certain conditions. The first one is that you are to get no money from this. The way they make sure is to get a copy of the final estimated closing statement, which is called a HUD-1. And then they will release their lien and say the property can be sold. They'll give a deadline to close the escrow, and they will make sure the contract doesn't have any extra asking for carpet to be replaced and that type of thing. It's usually an as-is sale. Then when the buyers perform according to the accepted sales contract, the property gets sold with all the liens satisfied, which means that the buyer gets it free and clear. Now afterwards, the laws are changing so much in terms of whether you have to pay that money back. I am not going to really speak about that right now because it changes day by day. What you're going to have to worry about though is where you're going to live next. And a couple of good things to do is take pictures of your current home, because basically your landlord wants to know two things. They want to know if you can pay the rent, and they want to know that you're going to take care of the property. So pictures of how you currently are living in your home will help. And then if you get a letter of reference, because the landlord's got to take a chance on you. I know I personally will offer a letter of reference, to help the person get into their next situation. If you have to, do the short sale route, hopefully you're not just kind of hiding your head in the sand and hoping it'll go away. But if you do need to go that route and would like someone to talk to, just even to get a little more information about short sales, please contact me at southbayrealtypro.com, or my cell phone number, which comes to me directly, there's no answering service, is 408-472-6091. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.